All right. Good evening. I'm not going to be here long. You know, I'm not, I am normally um, not even um, on here this late in the game. However, I just want to come and talk about something real quick, and I'll make it as quick as possible. I'm catching up on my American Idol episodes. I'm watching. I think it's the first audition or whatever. And so so I was watching it a few moments ago. And so that's what I want to talk about tonight. Hey, hope everybody's doing well. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. And I'm not going to be on here too much longer, but I just want to come talk about a situation that I just saw. And I don't know if anybody watched American Idol still. I don't know if you watch it or not. However, um, I just want to come on and talk about this real quickly, and then I'm gonna let you go. As the folks say in church, that the hour is far spent. This is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about. I want to talk about American Idol. Aretha Franklin's granddaughter Grace. I believe that's what her name was. Um, and Lionel Richie's solid advice. Now, I'm just say this is can we talk, right? So, do me a favor too. In your time of prayer, I want you to keep my girl Madeline Mosley Newbo in your prayer due to the transition of her mom. Please keep her in your prayer. Continue to keep my auntie Deanne, my cousins, uh, David, Reggie, Stephen, Ashley, and my whole family, and his sibling, and my uncle Thoris's siblings, in your prayer. All right. Now, let me get into this. Look, so this is very interesting to me because because I think a lot of times when I watch American Idol and I watch The Voice and I watch these different shows, and sometimes I be trying to figure out, um, hey, what's going on, uh, Simeon? What's going on? Good to see you. Well, good to see your writing in your face. A lot of times, what's going on, Fletch? A lot of times, you know, I'm gonna talk about the home church. Okay, well, New Haven Church of God in Christ, and this is what I'm gonna lead into it this way. New Haven Church of God in Christ is a church that, whether you sound horrible, harmonious, in order, out of order, on the note, out of the note, they have this thing of applauding and encouraging everybody. Uh, and it can sound a mess, whether it's whether you're singing, preaching, doing whatever. They're going to applaud you. That's just what they do. I don't think all the time that is a good thing to do with everybody, because sometimes when you don't let people know what you need to let them know, and then they'll continue to do it, and then they think, this is what they, oh, this is my gift, and this is my ability, and this is my talent, and, you know, God, has blessed me to do X, Y, and Z. So I think sometimes, we need not to encourage people in certain levels and push them at times they don't need to be pushed. You know what I mean? So I'm watching American Idol like literally a few moments ago, not the actual live show, but I recorded it and I'm watching it. And so, the young girl, granddaughter, she lets them know she's Aretha Franklin's granddaughter. Now, let me tell you something. That's like saying, excuse me, my daddy, that's like saying my daddy was Luther Vandross. That's like saying, my mama, is Patti LaBelle. That's like saying, oh, I'm the great niece of Gladys Knight. Y'all get what I'm saying? That's like saying, I am the third cousin of John Legend. Y'all get what I'm saying? And so automatically the assumption is, oh, what you Elton John's grandson? See, there's an expectation that come from people. Yeah, we do it. Come on now. Come on. Y'all say what y'all want to. Say what you want to. You see what I'm saying? But when people come from a singing family and then you hear some of their voices, you be like, oh my God, you came from your last name is what? What is your last name? Did you say Winans? Or did you say Wayans? I mean, what did you say? Did you say Winans or did you say Wayans? You said Clark? So you said Clark's or did you say Parks? Like what you see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I come from a family of comedians. The family of comedians, did you? Yeah. My uncle is, Martin Wayans. Oh, okay. So then when you hear him, you'd be like, okay, well, maybe they say Wayman. Maybe there's somebody we don't know. And so I'm saying that to say, that sometimes when people give out, I'm related to this one, this one, and that one, say what you want to. There was an expectation, right? There's an expectation that you're getting ready to do something, you're getting ready to perform. I'm the great great niece or nephew of Debbie Allen. Come on, we know Debbie Allen is a phenomenal dancer. You know what I'm saying? And so when you start connecting certain things to certain people, then your mindset is like, you getting ready to do something. And so I'm looking at American Idol, and the young lady says, I'm the granddaughter of Aretha Franklin. Now, this is definitely no shade on her, what I'm getting ready to say. I just think it's a moment that we need to really take in consideration on a general basis. You know what I'm saying? We have to take it on a general basis. And so, she's 15, still got some work to do. I mean, there's some 15-year-olds, they open up their mouths and it's like, whoo, my goodness. You said you're how old? 15. Don't sound like no 50-year-old. There's a maturity that's in the voice. So she started singing. And she started singing. She did a Lauryn Hill song, "Killing Me Softly," and you can hear. Here it is, the word, y'all. The potential, right? You can hear the potential in the voice. But for what American Idol says it is there for, you can tell. Okay, this is not matching, and this is not going to be the situation, right? And so then, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Lord have mercy. Not Lionel Richie, the other guy. Lord God, of course it's not Katy Perry. I can't think of the guy's name. The other judge, the country singer. Lord have mercy. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway, Keith Urban. Is that Keith Urban? I think it's Keith Urban. Anyway, so he's on the side and he's like, I see what you can do and all of that. But he was like pretty much telling you, like all over the place in a sense. And then, they can tell you was nervous because your eyes were completely closed the whole time. Right. Then the next thing that happens is, Katy Perry says, hey, can you give us another song? And so I think she did another song and it sounded better, but it was just still not there. So of course they go into the voting, right? And so they go into the voting. And as they go into the voting, Keith says no. Katy Perry says, oh, if you do what we ask you to do, if you do what we ask you to do and we submit to you, give you instructions on what you need to do, then, good. You know what I'm saying? Do it. You do what we tell you to do. You got it. Right? Okay. So then Lionel Richie says, I'm gonna say like your grandmother would say to me, if I'm paraphrasing, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was pretty much, if you didn't come to perform, don't come to me. If you didn't come to do what you're supposed to do, don't come to me. Now I knew when Lionel Richie said that, I was like, oh, this is about to be a wrap. This girl is not going. She's not getting no ticket to Hollywood. She's not getting no ticket to Hollywood. And he pretty much repeated to her what she have said possibly to him and to other people. Like, if you coming, you got to bring it. If you ain't going to bring it, don't even come. Right? And so he said, so I'm going to wait until I think you need to wait until, you got more confidence, your voice is a little bit more mature, you come into the knowledge of yourself. Katy Perry's like, oh my God, what are you hearing? It's there, it's there. Can I tell y'all something? We got to stop pushing just potential with people. Because when people stand up in front of other people, what I love what Lionel Richie said. Lionel Richie says, I don't want to put you up in front of all these people and you have a crash landing. What would be the significance? Okay, I'm going to take my son, for example. All right. Now, had my son never played on a basketball team before, and I just pushed him up in where he is in high school now, he never went through the process. He never developed his skill. He never was outside practicing. I would have never put my son in a predicament where he would crash in front of everybody because I see the potential. All right. I wouldn't put him in that environment. Right. So what you do, he never played basketball before. So, there was Coach Tony. So Coach Tony, I was told he was more about, not that he didn't teach basketball, but he taught him the skill set. So there was something that he learned that he got from Coach Tony, right? That was Andre's beginning. And so he began to develop. So the coach said, had he ever played for a team before? Never. This is his first time, right? So he had to be brought to where he is. So we're talking about Andre playing as a little kid and where he is now as a 16-year-old, right? So we see the development, right? So now if somebody say, oh, do you think your son can play? I don't just go by, yeah, my son got the potential. No, Andre can play ball, right? And so now here's the challenge, though. There are challenges with him because sometimes Andre does not have the full confidence, right, that he can have. Now, here it is. I'm about to say something. All right. Sometimes people have the confidence, but not the performance. I just said something right there, like Juanita about. I just said something right there. Sometimes people have the confidence, but not the performance. And then some people have the potential and not the performance. And then some people, here it is, have the performance, but don't have the confidence. So then if you sit up in front of an audience or you sit in front of somebody that you think is so highly, you look up to, you admire them, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, I don't think you did a good job. And if you don't have confidence in yourself, you'll forever, be questioning yourself. And so, Katy Perry was upset. So my mind said, this is me. I could be 100% wrong. You don't pass somebody through because guess what? They are Aretha Franklin's granddaughter. Absolutely not. You don't do that. And so what I'm looking at is there are sometimes that's what we do with people. We're pushing people's potential, but the performance is not there. We're pushing people's potential, but the totality of where they are is not there. You don't put a beginner organist in an orchestra. Absolutely not. You don't put no beginning person in no orchestra. No. Now, especially, no. You have your beginners, you have your advanced, you have all of that. But you don't put somebody in an environment where they can crash. So I know Katy Perry didn't agree with Lionel Richie, but if Lionel Richie was to watch this, I'm going to clap and I'm going to say thank you, Lionel Richie, for your solid advice. Yes, her heart is broken, but I would rather her heart be broken now than to stand up and not make it from one round to the next because your voice is not there. I mean, I look at how they booed years ago Lauryn Hill. The song that she actually did was from Lauryn Hill, as I forestated, Killing Me Softly. But Lauryn Hill was booed on Showtime at the Apollo. Luther Vandross. Come on, Luther, y'all. Luther, you know what I'm saying? A chair is still a chair. I mean, a house is not a home. You know what I'm saying? That he was booed. Come on now. What? So my point being is, I want us to understand. I like it. So you said, well, what's the can we talk on? The can we talk on is this. We cannot keep pushing people potential only. They got to come with the performance. We can't push it. We sometimes have created monsters and we've created created people and we put them in environments that they were not ready for, all because of potential. And so then when they stand up and they get up in front of certain people, they crash. You know why they crash? Because somebody didn't take the time to say, hey, young man, you need to develop this skill right here. Young lady, you need to develop this skill right here. Sir, yeah, I get this what you want to do, but you're not there yet. You're not ready for that. How you going to tell me? I'm telling you because you're not ready. I know you're not ready. There are, no disrespect, but it's a fact. There are some church musicians who will never be able to make it in the secular realm. They'll never be able. There are some church singers, all right? There's some church singers who will never be able to make it in the secular realm. Why? Not because they're too churchy, but because they have a certain mindset. See what I'm saying? They have a certain mindset. Like I remember my buddy, now he's pastoring now, Calvin Sparks. I remember when Calvin was preaching at a midnight musical, New Jerusalem Church of God in Christ do their midnight musicals or whatnot, right? They would do the midnight musicals. And in the process of doing the midnight musicals, what would happen is in the process of these midnight musicals, they would have an hour of power. Thank you for that. Elder Jones. Elder Jones says, amen, potential must be married to performance. Okay, thank you for sharing that. So they would have an hour of power and the preachers will come, right? So there was a moment in time where Calvin was like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna do it next year. Well, why not? Because nobody got with me. No, you gotta do it. See, you can't rely on the crowd. You can't rely. Calvin's a good preacher, right? So you can't rely on the crowd. If the crowd don't give it, you still got to do what you got to do, whether you get a boo or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, and it goes back to what Pastor Dale Jones just said, potential must be married to performance. And sometimes we're applauding people, right? No. Stop applauding people. Pull people aside and say, hey, this is not, yeah, okay, I see where you're going. I see you have the ability to do it. I see your strength in it. I also see your weakness. And so let me encourage you. Don't go here. Katy Perry was upset because Lionel Richie told her the truth. And she looked at him like, you're not going to pass this girl through? No, I'm not passing her through. She's not ready. If we would tell people they're not ready, there are people who think they are rappers, and they're not. They're not rappers. You think because there's more to rapping than just, some people are good for making beats, but they're not good for lyrics. There are some people that are good for lyrics, but they're not good, for making the beat. So you think you got a good beat, and then because you can, I used to do this and I used to do that, and this or that, that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Y'all get what I'm saying? You got to tell people, no, that's not that. That's no. We need that little thing. Oh no. No. You're not ready. And if we don't tell people they're not ready, they're going to crash in our face. They're going to crash in front of people. And woe unto us if we don't stop people from going into environments, into territories, into careers, into places that they are not ready for. And we have to say that. All right, let me see what Lady Snowden said. I'm glad they handled it the way they did. Your connections don't make you ready. Tell the truth and share. Come on. You see what I'm saying? You can't. Stop. We got to do it. You might be a good drummer. Here it is. You might be a good drummer for church, but you're not ready to be on this professional set. You're not ready for it. And you see what I'm saying? There's a professionalism that comes. You trying to do all these, it ain't time for that. But that's what they allow you to do in the church. So then you go on a professional set and you're doing all these extra, I don't know the proper terminology. If I have some drummers on here, they can tell me. But you doing a, no, it's not. No. Musician, you are to accompany. You are to accompany the singer. You don't override the singer. Now, if they give you a time to shine, then you shine in. But no, it's not time for that. It's not time for that. No. Tell the praise and worship leader, you're doing too many freaking runs. Tell the singer, you're doing too many runs. Don't nobody want to hear all that. Come on, I love Kim Burrell, but I don't want to hear you. Not all the time. Sing something straight. Oh, see, y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all want to tell the truth. Kim Burrell is a singer. That woman can sing, but who want to hear all the rough riffs all the time? You don't want to hear all of that. See, and she can sing both ways. But then here's the deal: she's skilled in it. Her voice. There's a person that used to, I don't know, I can't remember who it is, but there was this person that used to play the keys, or while the person is singing. It was one time it was with Twinkie Clark, and then it was with Kim Burrell, and they would play the notes, and I would watch the musicians going like this because their voice was playing chords. Right, the voice was they were singing chords that you would play on an instrument. Did that make sense? So it's like, come on, potential. Kim Burrell, y'all say what y'all want to. Oh, she mean. Be mean, Kim Burrell. Pastor Kim Burrell, if you ever watched it, keep being mean to people. In the sense, if being mean is telling you, baby, come back again. Come on. That's what they tell y'all in the church when you thought they would tell you, come back, baby, you ain't got it yet. Come back again. We are raising soft people. You got to tell people the truth. You're not ready for that. And if you are ready, then you push the potential. You push the confidence, not the potential. You push the confidence. All right. My mentor, Daryl Jones, is my mentor. Dr. Cole said, as a preacher, you bring the fire. I never forgot that advice. It's so essential. Y'all feel me? You have to. People are living off of names, like even certain people. Like there was a young man. Maybe I should have added that on here for ballots. But there was a young man on there. I can't think of his name right now. Who did "I Believe in You" by Whitney Houston, and he shared the story about how his sister died in a car crash with an 18-wheeler. Right now, you don't pass them because you feel bad. Or I'm gonna get in trouble in a few moments. Don't pass them because you feel bad for them, but pass them because he could sing, so he needed to go. Don't pass them. Oh, I've been through an abusive relationship. I sympathize with your abusive relationship. I sympathize that you've come out the closet. I sympathize that you were raised in a domestic violent environment. But right now, I get it. You have a beautiful story. Your story is going to be uplifting to many people, right? Your story is going to be uplifting to other people. But as of right now, you're not ready for this. You're not ready for this. And then you got those people to get arrogant with you. What are you going to tell me? Like they've done, you know what I'm saying? Tyler Allen. Yes, I think it was Tyler Allen. He was from Alabama. All right. I think he's from Alabama, one of them back south places. I think it was Tyler Allen. I don't remember. Yeah, look it up for me, Kylie, if you can. So I'm just saying, I think this is what we need to do. We got to stop that. You want your child to play football. He don't have it. She has it, but he does it. Oh, did I just say that? Yeah, I did. He doesn't have it. You want him to play football. It's not in him. It's not there. So why in the world are you trying to put, because we got football people in our lineage? Well, it's not in him. It's not in him. Why are you pushing that? Why are you pushing that? Because everybody in your family is a doctor. She got to be a doctor. Why does she have to be a doctor? Because we want to keep the legacy. No, you're not keeping the legacy going. That's not what she wants to do. Listen, that's not what she performs in. That's not her niche. That's not her drive. Right? So if that's not her drive, then you don't push her into being what the family is doing. You push her to what she needs to be and what she's confident in and what her passion is. That's where you push. You got to tell people, no, that's not for you. I understand, but this is what I want. Okay, good. Come on. Okay, how you cook is for the family. You not ready to? No. Don't you open no business? Don't you open no food chain? Absolutely not. As my girl TT told me, no. You're not ready. No vessel. No, you're not ready. You're putting raisins in black eyed peas. Who does that? Who does that? No. What is that? I hate macaroni and cheese. You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know what macaroni and cheese should look like. I don't like the taste of it, no matter who cooks it. You see what I'm saying? You keep cooking for the family, and then after a while, now because your cooking may be only for the family, but then family members, you got to tell people. No. Tell Aunt Lula Mae, tell Uncle Bobo, you can't cook. You can't make the peach cobbler no more. It doesn't work well. You can't do the dressing. No, leave that alone. You don't. No. Your fried turkey is dry. You got to tell people. Come on, what Daryl Jones just said. We must not be afraid to tell people the truth in love. No, you can't. No. You're not good in barbecuing. No, your meat is too dry. No, you can't do it. You haven't done it enough, and everything can't be a freaking calling. You get what I'm saying? Tell the solid truth. You're not ready, and it's okay. But then you tell them, and so what I see, what some people do, they don't give constructive criticism. They criticize you, but they don't tell you, hey, this is what you need to work on. You need to work on that. There's a young man at my job. He raps. He's pretty good to me, right? He let me hear it. I just couldn't let it go without sharing with him. What you're saying is good, but your singing is not matching the key of the rap or the song. You got to change it. Now, I don't know if he fixed it or not. You know why? And I couldn't sit there and be like, okay, go ahead. I couldn't endure it. I couldn't endure it. I could not endure it. The rap. And I told him, I said, okay, you want my opinion, right? Yeah. I said, okay, so listen. All right. The rap is good, but when you start singing, you're off. You're not, and so I told him, this is what you need to do. Do this. So I played. I said, do this. He said, oh, like that? Yeah. Boom. He said, well, it's not even finished yet. Good. I'm glad it's not finished. So now this is what you do. I'm not somebody at Andre's school, one of the parents who is a parent for the JV, said, oh, you a minister, you can't even play. Listen, that's what they call me. I'm not no musician. I barely, I started trying to learn the piano. Then I just got tired of it. Now I look at it and say, who maybe I should have, because they get more money than us as preachers. All right. But anyway, some of them. But anyway. All right. I love the musicians. Don't come for me. But that is true in some aspects, and we, okay. Yeah. Because, some of these folks preaching should be preaching. People like, don't let them preach, go to usher board. No, because you're not a good usher either. So you don't need to go there either. Woo! Know what you're supposed to be doing. So what was I going with that? Because I sidetracked my own self right there. Woo! I'm just saying, it comes to the point where you got to be up front and you got to let people know. Nah. So going to the music thing. No, I don't play no instrument. I came into the knowledge of teaching parts because who we had ended up leaving the church. And they left the church, and we had somebody, and they didn't want to do it no more. So I asked, well, how do y'all learn the parts? If you can learn your tenor, you can learn your alto, you can learn your alto. That's how I developed. That's how I learned. And then I pushed myself by trying to learn other things. I am not a Tony Jones. I am not a Jamel Jones. I'm not a Calvin Bernard Rome. I'm not a. You'll never be. I'll never be sitting in no chairs at the Voice. I'm not any of them, none of that. Now, because I've sat under professional singers before, my voice has been trained or whatnot to a degree by the greats like a Robert Gilmore. All right, Robert Gilmore, Tony McGill, Dr. Professor Iris Stevenson McCullough. You know what I'm saying? I've sat underneath them. James Moore. I've sat under the late great Dr. Manny Mounts Clark. I've sat under James Cleveland. He would come at testimonial, and because he knew Mother Myrtle Morrow, she used to sing with his choir. Back in the day, of course, and he would come and he would do workshops. So I got training. This is how you do this. This is how you not do this. See what I'm saying? The black church will kill your voice if you're not careful. I'm going to say it. The black church will kill your voice. Sing over the hoarseness. That's ridiculous. That is foolish teaching that people sing over hoarseness, right? And then the thing the speech pathologist told me, said, Dwayne, does that make sense for you to sing over hoarseness? So why, when you finish singing over hoarseness, you're still hoarse? If God can give you a voice to sing, why wouldn't he give you a voice? So there's something that's common sense. So you have to learn how to rest your voice. Don't try to do things outside of your range. She told me, if you don't take care of your voice, I remember Professor Iris Stevenson McCullough told me this. If you don't take care of your voice, she said John P. Key's voice has not always been the way it was. I think it was one of those situations where something happened where I think he was outside and got cold or something they was telling me. She was telling me it was either her or somebody else, and the voice changed because of not taking care responsibly. Some people have gotten mad. I believe the Lord's called me to preach. Okay, how do you know that? Well, what do you mean? No, answer the question. How do you know that? I got to ask that question. Why do you why you believe you need to be ordained? How do you know God called you to preach? How do you know? All that stuff. So these are questions you got to answer. I think I want to be married. Why you want to be married? Okay, you may have the potential to be a husband, but you may not be a husband right now. You may not be ready for that. And so I just want to come on and say, I thought it was solid advice that Lionel Richie gave to Aretha Franklin's granddaughter, Grace. He gave her grace. Did he not? He gave her grace. So I think there's certain things we just have to do, people. We have to do it. Because we'll let people just fall on their face. It was this moment everybody wanted the spoken word. You're not a poet. Tell the person. No, just because you can, and I went to the store, and then the door, and then no. You're not a poet. No, you're not. Just because you rhyme does not mean you're a poet. You're not a poet. Come on. I mean, people then put on paint on their face and they praise dancers, mimers. You're not a mime. You don't mime. No. Oh, it looks good. No, you don't have it. Listen, Linda. Listen. Come to me. You don't have it. Have the conversation. Have the conversation. Listen, let me talk to you. I know that we gotta stop telling people that lie in church too. Stop telling that people follow your heart. No, don't follow your heart. Your heart is desperately wicked. It'll deceive you. No, don't follow your heart. No. This is what I feel I should be doing. Okay, examine your feelings. Because if someone is questioning you If somebody is questioning you about certain things as it relates to what you're trying to become and do you know what you need to consider? Listen to the critique. I'm gonna do it because this is what I feel like doing. No, you about to crash. You about to crash. You about to crash. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You're not a praise dancer? No. Oh God, it's like it became a fad all of a sudden. Everybody want to be a praise dancer. Everybody want to do mine. Oh, one day I saw it. I wanted to try it. No. I'm just tell you straight up. You may be a good educational teacher. You can't teach Sunday school. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't. It's not the same. It's no. You have no. You're not. No. You think, oh, I'm a teacher. I can no. It's not for you. Got the potential. But the potential, as Daryl Jones said earlier, got to be married to performance. And I think there are times we just let people fall to the cracks. Thank you, Lionel Richie, for telling Aretha Franklin's granddaughter rather, come back, work on it. You're not ready now, but come back. They need to tell some other folks that. No, it's like, no. We have to talk to people. We have to tell people the truth. And we have to tell them the truth. And they may not like it. They may not like it. They may not agree with it, but you need to say it. Have a young man looks at me like a dad. Tell him, don't do all those runs. I'm not going to be disrespectful, and mention who I told them, don't do runs like this one right here. This person can sing, but they do too many runs. It's like, oh yeah, somebody else told me not to do that. Okay, well, don't, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sing straight. Try it. Try it. Try it. I'm not I tell people all the time, I borrow from Bishop Marvin Sapp. I'm a preacher who sings, not a singer who preaches. Right? And I don't care how I want to do runs like a Daryl Coley. I'm not a Daryl Coley, and I'm okay with that. Well, slightly. I said I want the range of a James Moore and the runs of a Daryl Coley. Well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. I didn't get it. So, y'all stop lying and telling people, if you ask and trust in the Lord, He gonna give it to you. Well, you can give that to me. You can give me the runs of a Daryl Coley and the range of a James Moore. I would even take the range of a B. Slade. They didn't give me that. So I am where I am. And I'm okay. And I understand where I am. And, and then I'm maybe, that'd be a good conversation if the Lord said the same tomorrow, what I'm getting ready to say. And then don't let nobody bind you up in one area when you know there's other abilities in you. Now, that's a good one for another time. I ain't going to get into that. So remind me of that one, Kylan. But I'm just telling you, as I close, I was sitting there watching, and I stopped. I said, this is a good conversation. Y'all know I'm come on at 10. I usually try to come on 9:30 and be done around this time. So I'm going to stop. Any questions anybody have? Any questions? But I'm just saying. Got to tell people the truth. Got to tell people the truth. And let me say this to you, church folks. Stop, as long as you're doing it for the Lord's going to reward it. Will y'all quit that? Stop that. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble here. Stop telling people that in the church. And then y'all quote scriptures. Ain't got nothing to do with that. See, it don't matter how you sound. The Bible says make a joyful noise. That is not what that means. That does not mean to sing off. That does not mean to sing in the key of Z when the song is in A flat. Y'all get what I'm saying? We encouraging people to do stuff. No. stop that. Stop that. Stop. No, don't do that. Stop telling people that. That's not going to work in every aspect. Now because you church folks and lied to them, they trying to win talent shows, and they don't sound good. They're not a good dancer. They don't play the instrument well, and y'all didn't encourage them, and so now they're embarrassed, and now they don't like you because you lied. And then when somebody tell them the truth, you just don't want to see me blessed. You just don't want to see me prosper. No, I don't want to see you look like a fool. I want you to embarrass yourself. So because everybody else did, well, my bishop said, my mama said, so and so. Okay, all right. You don't know everything. You're absolutely right. I don't know everything. Then you crash. Then it comes back. I should have listened to you. Right, kind of. Some things just ain't meant for you to do. It's not. But we got to stop encouraging people to perform in something that's a potential. And how long we going to be at potential? How long you been singing? And you still talking about pray for me as I attempt to sing. When you going to sing? You church folks crack me up with these expressions. Pray for me as I attempt to sing. I don't know what I'm going to sing. You a soloist. How you don't know what to sing? Now, I ain't talking like my girl Naomi Canada Fennell. Now, she don't do solos like that. And if she does almost pretty much the same ones. Like, girl, you can take a choir song and make it a solo. But she don't sing solo like that. If I reached out to my girl Sonia Griffin and say, I need you to come sing a solo, Sonia Griffin say to me, I don't know what to do. Or she comes and she's in the audience and I said, Sonia, will you come sing? Now, she may not want to, and she has the right to say, no, I'd rather not. But if she come up, I didn't know it was going to be a program. Okay. But I don't even know what to say. You a soloist. That's like somebody asking me, I show up and their preacher or whoever they're asking to speak is not there to speak. Can you speak for, I didn't study. Or, I don't have a message. I should always have a message. Come on. I know people don't like to hear that, but that's the truth. So, yeah. So thank you, Lionel Richie. That was a good teaching. Solid advice. Come back, baby. Come back. Perfected. Some people are riding on the fumes of somebody because they don't have no gas. Woo! In the words of Bishop T.D.J. Now that's tweetable. Woo! I said some people are riding on fumes because they don't have no gas. And you're only going to get to a certain place on fumes. Some people need to check their gas gauge to see where they are. Because sometimes, because you are right there near E, you think you're going to make it. And somebody need to tell you, fill up. You about to be out here stranded, fill up. So I'm just saying, we're encouraging people who have no gas. They don't have any gas, just fumes. No. We can't do that. If somebody asks you, how did I do? Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Give them constructive criticism. Tell them the truth. How did I do? Well, you could have did da, 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 da. Be confident in what you do. Don't listen. I'm a person who second guess myself a lot of times. It's my girl Felicia Wright checked me, called me and told me, hey, stop saying you're not this. You're very much needed in what you do, and you do well with what you do. That's another thing we compare. So anyway, I don't want to keep going. So I'm just telling you, that was so good to me. And Katy Perry, you can be mad, but I rather, he hugged her. but you can't ride off of somebody else. I've found out there are certain people who've used my name in certain climates, and oh, I'm connected to Loughridge, right? And so because they're connected to me, oh, okay, well, okay, if you connected to Loughridge, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Mm-mm. Just because you connected does not mean you have the ability. Somebody was like, "Oh yeah, you know, Somebody said, "Oh yeah, I sat under Dave Dwayne Loughridge, and he helped me do and then they heard this person do some stuff, and it was like, it don't show. It doesn't show. People ought to know that. People ought to get an understanding of who you sat under. In closing, when my boy Kylan spoke at the Southwest Region's regional service, and when he did what he did, and Kylan was doing, and he acknowledged me, then everybody looked at me and said, "We should have known." Well, what Kylan does is that's Kylan. He's always been that way. Has nothing to do with sitting on the Dwayne Loughridge. Because to be straightforward with y'all, it is within recent time, year. So, well, I won't say a year. Has it been a year yet, Kylan? It's been recently. I'm gonna just probably say in the last few months that we have gotten closer. It just happened that way. Where there's questions he asks, or I'm trying to encourage him, hey, do better here, be your own person. Because, Kylan knows straight up, hey, where you get that from? I'll tell him, I'll talk to him straight, not to hurt him or anything, but to give him sound advice, because I don't want him crashing. It's not about embarrassing his grandparents. It's not about embarrassing Bishop Hackworth and Metropolitan Ecclesiastical Jurisdiction. It's not about embarrassing me. It's about making sure he represents. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to listen. He don't have to always lay hands on people when he preach. He ain't got to prophesy to nobody. He ain't got to do none of that stuff. Like, oh, that's what. Be like the old school Baptist, preach and sit down. You see what I'm saying? He don't have to do all that stuff. He ain't got to try to pump people up. Some people don't need to be primed and pumped. Y'all see? You see what I'm saying? But that's conversations. I gave him, no, you're not going to be one of these young, not connected to me. You're not going to be one of these young preachers that go around here preaching and you don't be able to explain yourself. Why do you believe that? Oh, because Elder Loughridge said it? Absolutely not. I did my study. I studied it. So then because he's doing that now, when certain people say certain things, he says, do you have Bible for that? It comes off disrespectful. Why? Why is that coming off disrespectful? Because the young teenager is asking a question. You got some old head, and people oh, maybe it's the way he said it. What? You got Bible for it? I mean, how rude can you be? If you make a statement, is there a Bible for that? You don't question me. I'm an elder. You'll respect those that are older than you, and then you go to Scripture. The Bible says rebuke not that. You wouldn't be in rebuke. You was asked a question. Miss me with these leaders and bishops and apostles and pastors and elders and supervisors and missionaries and district elders and all these other titles you got, where you're beyond being asked questions. If Jesus can be asked a question, why you can't be asked a question? Miss me with that. So I said all that to say, I got to build. I tried my best, to encourage you. I still, Kylan, I got to answer your question about the other situation about the music. Yeah. So I'm just saying. All right. So I don't think nobody else have anything to say or comment on. So I'm about to get up out of this piece. I'm going to say good night to everybody on Can We Talk? But hey, somebody got to tell the truth. Somebody have to give people solid advice and let them know, I see where you can be, but you're not there right now. It's going to take some time. Yeah, you got a wonderful connection with the young people. Does not mean you need to be a youth pastor. No, that does not mean that. That doesn't mean that. Because um, you know, because you coach or because you gave people advice in the street, don't mean you can be a coach for a team. It's skill. It takes knowing the skill, and Anyway, I'm done. All right. Thank you so much. Um, for coming with me on Can We Talk, and maybe I'll probably discuss that other situation that I'm trying to remember what I said. But if I know my boy Kylan, he remembered. He probably wrote it down when I said Kylan help me remember this. But yeah. All right, so I think that's it, y'all. Yeah. So, because I can't remember what I was said, I mean that may be a good topic to talk about tomorrow. All right, don't let no one bind you up when you know. Okay, thank you. There it is. Thank you. Okay, got you. See, that's why I love my boy. I don't just love Cotton with the love of the Lord either. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good night. Don't let, as they say back in the day, don't let the bed bugs bite. All right. Much prayer, much power, little prayer, little power. No prayer, no power. Go with God, and He will go with you. And I believe God. I'm out of here.